The next step of the Seder is called Yachatz, which means breaking in half. I mean, this is a very telling moment because up until now we've been moving from the devotion and dedication of Kadesh into the recognition that we need to wash away things which block our ability to receive the new. And then we touched upon that which is a great movement towards freedom, which is the ability to see how even times of suffering and difficulty can be transformed into growth. Well, now we're arriving at a point where we need to shift our consciousness into recognizing that given everything, there is a way in which we're living where moment by moment is not enough for us to be free. You see, all of us really are dealing at every moment with something which the moment demands of us. And when you experience life in piecemeal, so then there are things which are just forcing you to be taken care of because of the needs of the moment. But what if you could translate those moments into participant in a greater vision, a greater picture, a more holistic understanding of the nature of life where, well, this moment is serving something which is truly a dedication and a devotion which I consider myself and want to be participant in. That would be a very different way of living. Take, for example, when you have a moment where you've got to take care of the plumbing. Okay, so you've just got to take care of the plumbing. I mean, so that's just something which is forcing you. There you are compelled, in a sense, right? Because this moment is demanding it of you. But what if you would just kind of enlarge that? I want to take care of the plumbing because the plumbing is making it possible for me to be able to nourish my family and to give them what they need. Okay. And I want to nourish my family and give them what they need because I am devoted to a more expansive life and living, which involves family and dedicating myself to my children. And I want to be participant in that more expansive sense of life through children and family because I sense God's grandeur and oneness and want to be participant in bringing that into the revelation in the world. All right, that's where I go. You might go a different way. But with the invitation right now that I'm making is for you to enlarge the picture that only one particular moment would offer you. There's a compulsion in the singular moment, but there's a freedom when that singular moment becomes part of a bigger calling in which you're participating. That is the statement of Yachatz, where I'm taking a matzah, the middle matzah, but I'm holding on to, and here you need to have the picture clear. I have a whole matzah on the top, I have a whole matzah on the bottom, and in the middle, I'm taking the middle matzah, I'm breaking it in half, I'm putting away part of it for later on, and I'm keeping the partial here in front of me. Having that partial here in front of me, sandwiched in between two holes, is something very much like what I just described. The world begins with a holistic vision of God. It moves through all of the details of history, and then it ends with the holistic vision that comes at the time of the redemption. In the middle, we have this partialness. And right now, at this point in the Seder, we're being invited to experience the partialness, the different steps along the way towards freedom, in which each one needs to be connected to of its own. And on the other hand, to remain cognizant of the fact that it comes from a higher whole and it will rejoin a higher whole. And there's a part of this story which has been hidden away, which only much later on we will get a taste of. That's something like what I described to you before, except in a higher order version. Here, it's something which is really an invitation into a recognition that each piece along the way might not make sense and might not actually be connectable without becoming conscious to anything before or after it. That's the calling to you. And this is the calling which invites you into recognizing that this is a part of something much grander. So as a next step towards freedom, it's really inviting us into a consciousness of this moment, really relating to this moment, but having in the background the awareness that there's a hidden part of what's happening now, which I'm not yet able to see. And that which is called tzafun, the hidden part of the matzah, is where I'm going to finally discover how it is that this moment was participant in that greater picture. But right now, I'm willing to relate to it just with the consciousness of even not knowing yet what it is a part of, but being cognizant of the fact that I am moving forward towards that greater whole, held by the One, the Holy One, blessed be He, coming from Him, moving towards Him, recognizing that life and the particulars of life are part of a greater redemption, and in that I choose freely to participate. Sit comfortably. Take a nice, slow breath in. Release it slowly. Let your body soften. Be in makom. Imagine holding a whole matzah in your hands. Feel that it's complete, intact. Sense its solidity. Connect to this as the desire for everything to be resolved, clear, complete. Notice how much you long for that in your life. Now, gently break it in half. Hear the sound. Feel the separation. One half remains in your left hand. One half in your right. Pause and connect to that breakage. Place one half before you on the table of your awareness. Let that be the present moment. It is your current chapter. Your relationships, your work, your dedication, your questions, sense its intensity together with its incompleteness. Let yourself breathe with that. Now, imagine wrapping the other half gently, placing it somewhere safe. This is the hidden end, the resolution not yet revealed, the full picture you cannot yet see. Don't discard it. Simply hide it. And let yourself feel the difference between it being lost and it being hidden. That resolution is not lost. It is waiting. Feel the interaction, the dialogue between these two halves. The one that is the partial in the present. The one that it is its completion in waiting. Sense how they are each on their own, but drawn to one another. Now, bring to mind one area of your life that feels unfinished. Ask softly, can I live this as a half? Can I trust that there is a larger picture? Notice your body's response. Breathe into any tension. With each inhale, say inwardly, there is a hidden wholeness. With each exhale, and I can live this moment fully. Feel how when you release the demand for completion, you can actually listen more clearly to others, to yourself, to God. Let your heart become responsive rather than controlling. This is lechem oni, as the bread of answering, as the bread of responsiveness. Feel again the presence of both halves, one visible, one still hidden. Sense that together they are one story. Whisper inwardly, I am part of a larger unfolding. Slowly return. Open your eyes. Carry with you the freedom of Yachatz, of the half.